What is up, everyone? This is 7 Octoberz here with another lyrical breakdown, part 3, to break down another track from my new EP, From Xibalba to Aztlan. Track number 3 is Satanico Pandemonium. So the reason behind the title and the inspiration behind the track is based on my favorite vampire flick, From Dusk Till Dawn. It's also had a TV series that pretty much took a lot of Aztec and Mayan mythology. I think they kind of use both, a little bit of both, mostly Mayan though. I was really obsessed by the mythology that they used for that show. Robert Rodriguez is one of my favorite directors. So and then Quentin Tarantino as well, which he appears in the film. So I really wanted always to do like a homage to that movie. And I came up with this track, Satanico Pandemonium. Satanico Pandemonium in that movie is actually spelled different. It's like Satanico Pandemonium. But I wrote it Satanico Pandemonium, kind of like the Mexican film under the same name, which is about like a nun, I think, being like possessed by the devil and stuff like that. So watch that film too. I think it's like 70s, I want to say. So I kind of wanted to give, again, homage to, again, always paying homage to my culture, Mexican culture. So that's why I named it. That way I spelled it is different than how they spell it in From Dusk Till Dawn. But yeah, that's how that came about. So pretty much if you listen to the full track, it has like a lot of mentions about like the movie and the TV series. So if you've seen both, you'll catch on to it, and I'll kind of decipher it because it is in Spanish, and then it flips to English. It go back and forth. I really love doing that. It just kind of comes natural a little bit. I work like in my 9 to 5 is like customer service, so sometimes we have to constantly be switching from like English to Spanish because we might get a Spanish speaker on the line. So I feel like that's how I incorporate it in my music as well. So sometimes without even knowing it, I'm writing in English and then I flip it to Spanish. So I'll play again the same thing I did with the other ones. I'll play like the first verse so you guys can hear it. Then I'll kind of break it down, play the hook, second verse, so on and so forth. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play the track, Satanico Pandemonium.
I'm not gonna drain you completely. You'll be my slave. Because I don't think you're worthy of human blood. You'll feed on the blood of stray dogs. You'll be my footstool. And at my command, you lick the dog shit from my boot heel. Since you'll be my dog, your new name will be Spot. Welcome to slavery.
Satanico Pandemonium. Use my fangs to murder ya. Yo soy la diosa, los demonios no me controlan. Soy culebra, una azteca. Soy la reina adicta a la sangre. Es mi condena, una heroína como Lola, la trailera. Sangre maya en mis venas. Soy la morenita, una indígena bonita. I am deadly, I'm your enemy. Fuck being friendly, the darkness lives within me. I lurk in the shadows, you can't see me. Say my name 3 times.
All right, so I'll read the verse. So it's Satanico Pandemonium. Use my fangs to murder ya. Yo soy la diosa, los demonios no me controlan. Soy culebra, una azteca. Soy la reina adicta a la sangre, es mi condena. So the first few lines, obviously, you guys understand. Satanico Pandemonium, use my fangs to murder ya. I'm a vampire. Yo soy la diosa. So Satanico Pandemonium in the series and in the movie a little bit. She's pretty much like a goddess. And then los demonios no me controlan. So that means the demons don't control me. So pretty much I control myself. But also I kind of wanted to like flip that line too to say like our personal demons. I don't let them control me, type of thing, you know. And then soy culebra, una azteca. So in the show, From Dusk Till Dawn, it actually goes more into depth of what they actually are. So they're kind of vampires, but they're more like they call them culebras. So they're more like, come from like the snakes. Culebra means snakes. And it's more of like, they combine like Aztec and Mayan lore together, so that they're that ancient. And then yo soy la reina, and the queen. Adicta a la sangre es mi condena. I'm addicted to the blood is my pretty much my curse. Una heroína como Lola la trailera. I'm a heroine like Lola La Trailera. So Lola La Trailera was a Mexican film I grew up watching. It was those kind of like Mexican cartel exploitation type of films. Lola La Trailera, I believe, if I remember right, I haven't watched this movie in a while, so I might be wrong, but she pretty much drives like those big trucks, and I think her dad or something becomes involved somehow. I don't know if they're like drug lords or whatever it is, but I think they kill somebody from her family, and then she kind of takes revenge. So it was kind of one of those Mexican exploitation action films, and she's like the main heroine um, in the movie. So that's why I mentioned her there. Again, this kind of like is like a woman empowerment type of track as well. And then Sangre Maya en mis venas. That means I got Mayan blood in my veins. Yo soy la morenita. Again, I'm that brown girl. Una indígena bonita. I'm a beautiful indigenous woman. I am deadly. I'm your enemy. Fuck being friendly. I'm the darkness lives within me. I lurk in the shadows. You can't see me. So again, has to do with her being like a vampire snake. So yeah, and then let me play the hook. I kind of went on that a little bit. So let's play it here. Again, the hook was inspired by Bloody Mary and Candyman, and if I'm not mistaken, Candyman, you have to say his name 5 times, but with Bloody Mary, I remember it was like 3 times, so that's why I say my name 3 times, and I'll go over that in a second, but that's where kind of that hook came from, so here we go.
No one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Say my name 3 times. No one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Say my name 3 times. No one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why that hook, I say my name 3 times. No one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Pretty straightforward. I say it 3 times to kind of go with the concept of the song. So yeah, I pretty much again based it on Candyman and Bloody Mary. Those were like my main inspirations for the hook. And like I said, like I'm that legend everyone denies, kind of like Lord Voldemort, where you couldn't really say his name because it was like, you know, a bad omen and stuff like that. So that's another kind of inspiration as well. So we'll go into verse 2.
No one survives. La vampira, la que intimida, me dicen quizá soy una asesina, me tienen envidia, una bruja como Hermelinda, tu peor pesadilla, no me quieres como enemiga, te hago brujería, te mueres al próximo día, tu alma es mía, mato a tu familia, mi leyenda hará historia, estaré por siempre en tus memorias. I appear like Bloody Mary, take your candy man, fuck Candyman, 7 is way more scary.
All right, so I'll kind of break down the second verse because it is in Spanish. I think the whole thing actually just at the end is again English. So I kind of did that intentionally. I wanted to match like the first verse because the first verse is mostly in Spanish, and then like the last 2 lines are like in English. So la vampira means the vampire. La que intimida, the one that intimidates. Me dicen quizá. In the From Dusk Till Dawn series, we find out that Satanico Pandemonium's real name before she got turned into what she became was Quizá. So they call me Quizá. Soy una asesina. I'm an assassin. Me tienen envidia. They envy me. Una bruja como Hermelinda. I'm a witch like Hermelinda. Hermelinda is another Mexican movie. Again, you'll see a lot of this dropped throughout the project because I mention a lot of, I'm a movie fanatic. So I'll mention a lot of movies that I grew up watching, especially like Mexican films because it goes with the concept of this EP. So Una Bruja como Hermelinda. I'm a witch like Hermelinda. She was like a witch. It was kind of like horror comedy. Really grew up watching that film. I really love it. It's really silly 80s cheesiness. But pretty much she's just like a witch and does her spells and stuff like that. So I really recommend that film. It's like a good time type of film that you can just watch just to have fun and shit like that. So and then I say tu peor pesadilla. I'm your worst nightmare. No me quieres como enemiga. You don't want me like an enemy. Te hago brujería. I do pretty much like witchcraft on you. Te mueres al próximo día. You will die the next day. Tu alma es mía. Your soul is mine. Mato a tu familia. I'll kill your family. Mi leyenda hará historia. My legend will make history. Estaré por siempre en tus memorias. I will always be in your memories. And then I appear like Bloody Mary. Take your Candyman, fuck Candyman. 7 is way more scary. That line, I can't take credit for it. Kill C. Ray actually helped me with that line. I was like, yeah, that shit's dope. Like the wordplay on it is fucking dope. So I was like, yeah, let's put it on there. And pretty much, again, this is like a fictional song, so I'm pretending I'm Satanico Pandemonium. So that's why I say all this stuff like I'm gonna kill you and your family and do all this witchcraft and shit like that. Because I'm doing it from the point of view of Satanico Pandemonium. I wanted to add legend into this project and the horror that's like a part of me because I love horror films. So I knew this song would fit in with the concept because I grew up being told like scary stories by my grandma, like legends. So I wanted that to have that feel for this track. So I hope you guys got that from that. And then the last part I'll play for you guys is considered verse 3, but it's more like a spoken word at the end. Kelsey Ray was like, yeah, so let's do 2 verses, and then the last verse, let's do it like spoken word to make it a little bit more unique. And I was like, okay, so let's do that. So if you notice, I'm kind of not rapping too much. It's more like a spoken to end it because I really didn't want to get rid of that verse. I really loved it. It was actually longer, but I had to shorten it. So let me go ahead and play for y'all. Here we go.
Say my name 3 times, no one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend, everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Say my name 3 times, no one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend, everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Say my name 3 times, no one dares to speak my name at night. I'm that legend, everyone denies. If I appear, no one survives. Yeah, no one survives. The woman who controls demons got Solomon's ring. It's that nightmare season. Queen of the Necronomicon. Dead-eye powers, I sting you like an alacran. With one touch, you're gone. I'm an evil witch that can't be stopped. I'm that evil spawn. I'm that goddess that you fear, but you worship still. I savor my kills, possess you at will. Conjuring dope lyrics, now that's a skill. But even still...
Yeah, so that's the ending. So the woman who controls demons got Solomon's ring. It's that nightmare season. So those 2 lines kind of go with each other. For those, I'm a big like history buff too. I don't know like all like American history, but I'm pretty good at like mythology shit, like Egyptian, Greek, all that stuff. Like some of it like the Bible. Because I watch like Supernatural, all that stuff. So I love stuff like that. So Solomon's ring, it's kind of like mixed with myth and reality, but they said that King Solomon had this ring that controlled demons and angels. So I kind of say that I control demons and I got Solomon's ring. And then Queen of the Necronomicon, again, another horror reference. So I'm a big fan of the Evil Dead movie series and the TV show. So Necronomicon is the Book of the Dead. So Queen of the Necronomicon, Deadite powers. Deadite were like these demons that came out from the book when they conjured them up. So Deadite powers, they're really strong demons. So that's why I say I have Deadite powers. I sting you like an alacran. Alacran is a scorpion. So I sting you like an alacran. And then with one touch you're gone. I'm an evil witch that can't be stopped. I'm that evil spawn. I'm that goddess that you fear but you worship still. I savor my kills, possess you at will. Conjuring dope lyrics, now that's a skill, but even still. So that's straightforward. Love that line when I wrote it. I was like, because sometimes people worship things that they fear, but you still worship them. So I thought that was like really interesting. And like Satanico Pandemonium in the show, they also worship her as like a goddess, but yet she does a lot of evil stuff, but she's also good. She's not really nor evil nor good. She's just kind of like in between, because she was also a victim of circumstance. So a really dope movie series. I hope this kind of makes people want to go and watch the films and the series, because I think it's really underrated. And also like makes people want to know more about their heritage and culture, because that's what I wanted people to take from this project as well, to go and learn more about your roots, because a lot of people get like I think probably passed down from your parents, where they like try to assimilate to the American culture, and they just don't ever teach their kids, or some don't even learn Spanish. So I think that's really sad, because we have rich history. So I want people to go back and like learn about their roots and be proud, because I'm proud. So yeah, I hope you guys really love this track. It's actually my one of my favorites. Um, it was produced by Pancho. Shout out to Pancho. So yeah, really dope track. Um, Hope you guys dig it. Let me know in the comments. DM me what you guys think about it. And yeah, I'll be doing more parts to the EP. So stay tuned. Peace.